Yo guys, and welcome to episode 1 of the second season of the Arsenal career mode. Now if you did not watch the first season, we did manage to win the Champions League, our first ever European title. However, we did bottle the Premier League, I believe in the literally second last game of the league, by losing to Newcastle while we were 2-0 up. So we kind of need to improve when it comes to the league, but we did manage to recover with winning the Champions League up against Madrid in penalties after leading twice and end up conceding twice as well. Now with the second season, on top of it being a new season, we also have the transfer window which has opened, and we have three main targets. We have a backup for Bukayo Saka, a proper centre back, because other than Gabriel and Saliba, we don't really have a centre back backup. We have players that can play in centre back, but none that are a full-on centre back, as well as a replacement for Thomas Partey / Jorginho. Jorginho, if you don't know, I believe he was 84 rated in the previous season, and now he is currently 80. So he is going to just keep going down and down, and we need to get a replacement for him. Okay, looking at the players that I have shortlisted, obviously we have Mark Bernal, who we spoke about quite often. The thing is, I want to get a player that can come into my second team and actually do something, and Bernal is not at the age nor the rating to really do anything for Arsenal at the moment. Fort is also a player I was looking into, but again, he's not the proper rating or the age in order to come in and make a difference at the Arsenal team. Now, we have players like Kimpembe and Schürrle, who we're looking for a centre-back backup for Gabriel and Saliba. We are looking for a right-footed centre-back. The reason being is I want to put Ben White back in the right-back position and send Tomiyasu out on loan. And I'm going to be keeping Kivior as a left-footed centre-back, and Zinchenko is still going to be my left-back backup. Obviously, Lewis Kelly is eventually going to replace Zinchenko, but until then, Zinchenko is going to be the main backup for the left-back position. Now, Kimpembe and Schürrle has one thing going for them, and it's the fact that their contract is running out. Kimpembe, we can get him for 22 million, which is cheap for a player of his quality. And Schürrle is a player that's been linked to Arsenal, he's been linked to Liverpool, he's been linked to a lot of the big teams. Yet no one has purchased him as yet, and he's still in Torino. He's 25 and his contract's also expiring, and we can also get him for 22 million. Now another player I want to look into is also Zabani, a player he's in the Premier League with Bournemouth and he's getting the job done pretty well with them. He is a good centre back. He hasn't played left back or right back before. He is so he's a proper centre back. He's 6'2". He's quite big for a centre back. He's got good passing range. He's only 62 in the game, but he's a good passer, and he can do all. He can do a defender, stopper, or ball playing defender, and play styles jockey and block. So he's a very good player to use, Premier League proven, and we can purchase him for just 2 million more than Schürrle and Kimpembe. And when you take into account the fact that he's only 22 years old, it makes him a player that I want to purchase more than both of them. So I'm probably going to look into getting Zabani first. The next player I'm looking into is getting Bryan Mbeumo to be the backup for Bukayo Saka. There's obviously a Bakayoko who's been linked to Arsenal as well. The problem being is Saka is very young. He's only 23, I believe, 23 or 24 this season. I can actually look into that one real quick. Let's go Squad Hub. He should be, I believe, like 24 now. He's 23. So he's still very young. There's no reason for us to sign another 22-year-old to be the backup for Saka. They wouldn't want to be the backup for a player, especially when they're pretty much in their prime right now. They want to be starting every game. So the best choice I feel like is Bryan Mbeumo, as he will know that he's going to be the backup to Saka, and he's obviously Premier League proven. We all know what he's capable of, and him being the backup he's pretty much like Trossard being the backup for Martinelli on the left hand side. The next player I want to look into, I don't really have many midfield options. I still need to look into midfielders, but I'm looking to get Nico Gonzalez. Now, Nico Gonzalez is a lot like Rodri in the sense that he's not going to do anything special. He's not going to be dribbling a lot, but he does the simple things right. I want to move Declan Rice up to the midfield position and be the box-to-box player again. I don't want it to be the proper CDM. I feel like his better position is being a box-to-box midfielder. That way, Nico Gonzalez can come in and be our main CDM. That will also mean that Benacer will drop to our second team next to Moreno and Jorginho. And I feel like the three of them in the midfield can get the job done. Benacer can be the playmaker, Moreno the box-to-box, and Jorginho be the deep line playmaker. Or we can just do a double pivot with Moreno and Jorginho. We can just wait and see. And we also got Ethan Nwaneri in that backup team as well to be he can also be the playmaking player. and we can completely drop Jorginho and play Moreno and Benacer as the pivot. So we have a lot of options if we go into Nico Gonzalez, but I will look into the CDM position more before I actually sign a player. So all our loan players returned as well, and goalkeeper position is sorted out. Karl Hein will probably go back out on loan. There's no reason for us to keep him here. Zinchenko is still going to stay. Tavares is going to go on the transfer market because there's no need to keep him. Karl Hein, I'm going to increase his contract, of course, for 2 more years, and he can go back out on loan. I will do the development plans after I do the contracts. Tomiyasu is going to be going out on loan. His contract is running out as well, which is not a good thing, but let's delegate this. We can get it for 3 more years on a rotation and send him out on loan. Or Jorginho, obviously his contract expiring. I expected him to retire this year, but it doesn't look like he's retiring. I have no intentions of increasing his contract length, so this will be his final season for Arsenal, and hopefully we can use him a lot more often than we did last season. Now we have Jack Henry here, who's going on the transfer market. He's 21 and he's 60 rated. There's no point in keeping him. Lokonga. Now I'm not too sure what we're going to do with Lokonga. I want to send him back out on loan, and when Jorginho retires, he can come in and be that 4th option in the midfield. So I'm going to delegate him one more time. We have a release clause. You know what? If someone pays 30 million for him, I'll happily let him go. What is he valued at? 50. Yeah, if someone pays 30 million for him, I'll happily let go of him. But for now, let him go back out on loan. Charles Sergio Jr. What do I want to do with him? I mean, he's 20 years old. He's only 60 rated. We might as well just put him on the transfer market. And I'm thinking now, Fabio Vieira, we might as well just sell him because Ethan is 65. I need him to increase his rating, which means I need to play him a lot more often. There's no need for us to keep Fabio Vieira around. Sadly, I really liked him when we signed him, but it's the best option for both parties. Reece Nelson, I'm going to be using Reece Nelson in the deal for Brian Mbeumo to bring the price down a little bit more, but for now we can put him on the transfer market. Obviously there is Bukayo Saka, Kai Havertz, and Mamouche. Okay, so that's that for the team. Okay, so we got an offer from a couple of our players, So we got a deal for Reece Nelson. They're offering us, Monza is offering us 22.4 million. I'm going to hold on to that one for now. I'm not going to let Fabio Vieira go to Tottenham or Chelsea. There's no way that's going to be happening. Next, Sambi Lokonga to Real Vallecano. I'll happily send him out there for 2 years. That's actually a very good choice. Bayern Munich came in for Tomiyasu, and why not? That's actually a good deal. If I can get him out there for 2 years, why not? Jack Henry, we get 380. I mean, that doesn't really matter. Newcastle came in for Declan Rice and they're offering 136 million. He is not leaving anytime soon. And now the reason why I'm going to hold off on the Reece Nelson one is purely because I want to go in for Brian Mbeumo first and see if we can offer Reece Nelson to drop the price down a little bit. Let's go for a player swap. Reece Nelson for 17 million and maybe offer, I mean, I still have to offer quite a bit more. I need to offer like 12 million more. Submit that. I mean, I think that's a good deal for Brian Mbeumo. You want Jurriën Timber and 8 million for Brian Mbeumo. That's not going to happen. Can I not offer Nelson again and then a bit more money this time? No. I don't know why they do that. But anyway, we might as well just offer cash for him now. 39 million seems to be the asking price. Submit this offer. That's fine. Okay. 39 million for Brian Mbeumo. I think it's a good deal, especially when you take into account the fact that we're going to be getting rid of Nelson for 22 million. And it's pretty much just a couple, like 10, 17 more million on top of Reece Nelson, which is a good deal overall. And so Bakayoko is not going to be coming to our team. Another midfielder I decided to look into, so other than Nico Gonzalez, we're going to look into Angel Gomez. Now the problem with Angel Gomez is the fact that one, he used to play for United, so the chance of him actually coming to Arsenal is very slim. Second reason is he's 5'6" and he doesn't really fit Arsenal style at the moment. We go for players that are quite big, over 6 foot at least, and 5'6" is smaller than Martin Odegaard, and he probably won't get into the team, which is why Gonzalez is going to be my main target for the midfield. But there's also this guy here, Ruben Santos. He's a regent. I'm not too sure who he's a regent for, but he is in Real Sociedad. He is 16 years of age. He's 6 foot tall, and he's a midfielder. I'm not sure. I think he's a box to box. No, he's a wide playmaker and a half winger. which is a very interesting player. And I'm not too sure if I want to sign him because he can eventually replace Moreno. So I'm going to keep an eye out for him. And we also got Duran, who Duran is linked with everyone at the moment. I just bought Mamouche in the January transfer window, so I'm not looking into a striker at the moment, but I may look into a striker next season, which is why I'm keeping Duran in my transfer shortlist. But for centre backs, I'm probably also going to be going in for Zabani instead of Schurz and Kimpembe. And as for Rig, I mean Rig, there's no point in us getting Chris Rig when we have this guy here, Ruben Santos. He's 18 and he's only 65 overall, so there's no need for him. Fort will still remain in the transfer shortlist because we don't really have the young right back choice. There is another choice that plays for Almeria in Spain, who I will actually, let me actually get him into the shortlist. He's the best player, I think. That he kind of fits the style that Ben White has. Okay, so there's this guy here, Mark Pubel. I'm not sure you say his name, but he's 6'3" and he's a right back. So I think once Ben White gets to a certain age, maybe 30, I might go in for this guy, but that's a season or two later. It's nowhere near the time for us to sign him. But for now, let's complete the signing for Brian Mbeumo for him to be the backup to Bukayo Saka. How many years would he take? I don't think he'll take 5 years on a rotation. Let's try 4. Okay, he'll take 4 years. The chance of him taking 5 years was very slim. There's no need for a release clause, and you want 115 million. I mean, he's getting paid 100 million from Brentford, so let's submit this with signing bonus of 1 million, and he happily takes that one. I mean, this is a good deal for Arsenal. Brian Mbeumo, he's creative, he is very strong, and he can even play as like a target man at times. So him being the right wing backup is a good option. And also he adds another left-footed attacking option, as the only other left-footed attacking option we really have is Bukayo Saka. And now it is time for us to go in for our other players. Ilya Zubani to be our backup centre back. Let's go to purchase him. We already got Tomiyasu going out on loan, so there's no need for us to wait much longer. Let's offer 22 million. Submit this. You want Fabio Vieira. I'm not really interested in giving Fabio Vieira for our centre back. I don't think we have a centre back we want to get rid of, so we have to actually just use cash for this one. 23 million should be fine. 24. I mean 24. I'll happily take that. Let's skip it and let's go to negotiate. Okay, would you be fine with a rotation? You should be fine with the rotation. Would you take 5 years? I highly doubt it. 3 years, yes. Okay, let me give you for 4. I think I can see Ilya Zubani being another player like Nathan Ake. He's not going to play for us often at the start, but eventually he will get a starting position in the team. How much do I want to offer him? 70,000 should be fine, hopefully. He's happy with that, thank God, because I thought he was going to walk out. And that's our second signing of the transfer window. I think it's a good one. I mean, we signed a lot of centre backs, but we needed a proper centre back backup over Gabriel and Saliba. Okay, now it's time for Nico Gonzalez. I have no idea why Barcelona actually got rid of this guy. It made no sense. I think he chose to leave because of the financial problems with Barca. But with him, I actually want to offer Fabio Vieira for this guy and see if we can get him on a bargain pretty much. Let's offer 6 million on top of him. Can we? Okay, so we can offer Fabio Vieira on top of him. But they're asking for quite a lot more. So let's see, 10 million more on top of him. You want 15. I'm not too sure if I want to do this. I think I might have a better option, which is paying cash for him. So let's actually remove the player. Let's offer cash. 33 million 500. Would that be fine? Okay, they're taking some time. I offered Fabio Vieira and 10 million, which technically is more money than me offering 33 million. So it makes no sense as to why they considering that, but they didn't take my other option. Okay, we got more transfers. For Sergio Jr., 600,000. I will accept that. For Carl Hein, I don't think I want to send him to Everton. I want him to go to a team where he actually gets first team football, and Everton is not going to get first team football there. Nuno Tavares, Almeria, and Brighton. I mean, Brighton or Almeria, it doesn't really matter where he goes. And in for Tomiyasu, it looks like Tottenham also wants him, so let's just do 2 years there. and until then we can accept the buy-on offer. And now we got a response from Porto for Nico Gonzalez. Is there anyone else here? It doesn't look like there's anyone else. Okay, so for Nico Gonzalez, they want us to pay 38 million. Let's negotiate. I think we can bring it down to like 35. It doesn't really matter. We have enough money to purchase him, but I kind of just want to be stingy with it. 37 again. Okay, so let's accept the 37 million. We managed to bring them down by 1 million. Doesn't really make a difference for us. But now let's negotiate. This guy is actually going to be a starter for us. He's going to be our main holding midfielder. I put Declan Rice onto I put Declan Rice to change his position to central midfielder, and he's going to be our main box to box. He's only earning 19,000 at the moment at Porto, and we're offering him around 80,000 right now. So that's a massive jump for him, and that's a reasonable price for him, and he's happy with that. And there we go. That's the only 3 signings we are going to be making this year. Obviously, I brought in a lot of regen options, but we are going to wait for them to progress a bit more before we actually purchase them. So let's skip this. Okay, so this is what our starting lineup is going to look like. The bench is obviously going to look a bit different from what it's looking like right now. But Jorginho dropped to a 79 already. Okay, so this is what our starting lineup is going to be like. Gonzalez is pretty much came in for Benacer, and everything else remained the same. And Martinelli is going to be starting as our left wing over Trossard. Now, I did change the tactics a little bit. It's nothing too fancy, but Kai Havertz is a complete advance forward, which allows him to pretty much go everywhere from left wing to right wing. Martinelli is going to be an attacking winger, whereas Saka is going to be more balanced. Saka sometimes he comes in and supports the back line. Plus he comes short for the ball sometimes he runs in behind the defense. Odegaard is going to be our roaming playmaker, whereas Rice is going to be our box-to-box midfielder. Gonzalez is just going to be a holding defender. He's not going to be a deep line playmaker because I don't think that will be a good option. I don't need him to be in those forward areas. I just need him to be a holding player. There's no need for him to go forward quite often. Calafiori is going to be a false back on balance, and Timber is going to be a full back on defend. He's pretty much going to be a third centre back. Gabriel is going to be a normal defender to cover where Calafiori goes up. And Saliba is obviously going to be the ball playing defender, as he usually is. He usually is the one from the back line to step up, just like Calafiori does at times. So then that's going to be our setting for our first team. I'll still probably have to do the tactics for our second team. So this is what our second team is going to look like. Obviously, we have Juan Garcia, who can come in for David Rea if something happens. He's on the bench. He's 78 rated now, so he improved a little bit by going up by 1. He's not at the level to replace Rea at all at the moment, but hopefully he will in due time. Now, our backup team looks pretty good. Ethan, obviously, as a cam. Mamouche up front, Trossard, Brian and Burmo. Benacer and Moreno, I'm very excited to see how that midfield actually works out. Zinchenko is going to be the attacking fullback, whereas Kivior and Zabani are both going to be ball-playing defenders. And Ben White's our captain in the right-back position. He's going to be a normal fullback who's going to remain on balance. So he's going to attack sometimes he's just going to stay back. And so Lokonga is leaving to, I believe, Real Vallecano. So he's going to be there for 2 years. I'll probably recall him after 1 year to replace Jorginho. I mean, I think he's going to be higher rated than Jorginho by the end of the season anyway, because Jorginho is already 79. And Reece Nelson has finally left Arsenal and he's going to Monza. He's a good player, but for him to break into our team, it's going to be extremely difficult for him. Okay, we got some more transfers here. It looks, I completely missed the sporting bit for Fabio Vieira. That's not good. And Karl Hein, Antelek came in for him. And I keep missing the ones for Karl Hein for some reason. Kai Havertz was approached. Kai Havertz and his agent are currently he got a release. I don't know he has a release clause. Okay, I need to fix that because we cannot lose Kai Havertz. Tomiyasu going in for Dortmund. Okay, we'll look into that one. Hendricks, I hope this guy leaves. I hope he's not one of those players that's going to reject everything we throw his way. But for now, let me go quickly and sort out that thing for Kai Havertz because I had no idea he had a release clause. I did not see that. Yeah, he has Bukayo Saka also has a release clause. I did not know this, so Kai Havertz has a release clause for 96 million. Let's negotiate a contract with him because we do not want to lose Kai Havertz. He's a lot more important than what people might think. I don't want to give you a lot more than what you're already earning, so let's give you 175. We can give you a 10,000 bonus pretty much. Would you be fine? Okay, that's reasonable. So then Atletico Madrid can go and find someone else because we're not getting rid of him. I don't see anyone coming for 219 million this year, so I'm going to just hold on to Bukayo Saka's release clause. Is there anyone else on a release clause? Martinelli's on a 1-year contract now, 1 year 11 months, but it's still 1 year. So is Trossard. And Fabio Vieira, we want to get rid of him now because his price will drop because of his contract. Is there anyone else on a small contract? Saliba is also on a 1-year contract. We don't want that because Real Madrid is sniffing around. Zinchenko is also 1 year. Calafiori is also 1 year. Okay, so we have a lot of contracts expiring that we have to renegotiate pretty soon. Okay, it looks like Tomiyasu is leaving Arsenal. I don't want to get rid of Tomiyasu. I really like him, but he's not... I mean, he's not going to start for us, and we needed a centre-back. And I don't see Tomiyasu replacing Ben White anytime soon. Hence why he had to go eventually. Looks like Tavares also left to Almeria for 9 million. Tavares just didn't work out at Arsenal. I mean, he's a good attacking fullback, but defensively he's worse than Zinchenko, which is terrible. Okay, so a deal came in for Karl Hein to go to Chicago Fire in America. I will happily accept this one for 1 year only. I do not want to do a loan to buy. And now let's go for opponent analysis. Do Juventus have anyone new here? Vlahovic, Imbangula on the left, Kup minus Weah. No one new on their side though. They have a lot of regens by the looks of it. And obviously Douglas Luiz, who did not want to come to Arsenal for some reason. Let's go to match day. We'll probably skip using our second team. I don't see a need to use our first team here. Let's replace Rea with Garcia for this match. Let's bring Lewis Skelly in for Timber. And I might actually start Lewis Skelly. Is there anyone else? Jorginho can come in for Rice and actually start for Benacer. And now we can skip it like this. Quick sim. Oh, we lose 1-0 to Juve. Okay, that's not a good look for us, but it's pre-season. No one really cares about the pre-season matches. Okay, so Chicago Fire accepted the bid for Karl Hein. He can go. We also got a bid from Monze. I believe they're from Italy. Let's delegate this. We can do a 1-year loan for Karl Hein. I will happily do that. Why is United coming in for Fabio Vieira? We are not letting him go to any of our rivals. Okay, so Lazio skip with our first team. This should be an easy win. How are we losing to Lazio? That makes no sense. I have no idea how we lost that match. Dortmund, do you have anyone new? You also don't have any new signings by the looks of it. Let's go to match day. We are 8th in this preseason, which is not good. Let's go back here. Let's take out Rea for Garcia again. Actually, let's give Karl Hein a go in this match. We might as well. Before he leaves to Chicago Fire, we might as well give him one last run. We can bring Jorginho on the bench, and let's bring Lewis Skelly on the bench. We're probably going to lose this match as well. Okay, we win one match. At least we won something. Okay, so Karl Hein has officially left Arsenal, and I believe he will be joining Chicago Fire, which it's a good deal for him because he's definitely going to be a starter for them. And when we get him again, he should be over 70 overall by then, which is a good thing for us. And did the players come in for Fabio Vieira? Please tell me something. I'm not getting rid of Ben White to Chelsea of all teams. Why are our rivals coming in for our main players? Lens came in for Calafiori. I didn't even respond to them. And Sadio does not want to go anywhere. Fabio Vieira to Villa. I mean, we might as well try to get like 35 million for him. I'm not sure how much we spent on Fabio Vieira, but 35 million, I think that's like a 5 million profit, I think. I'm not too sure about that. And if we can get a profit from him, that's a good deal from Arsenal. Okay, so this is our first ever game in the new season, and it's the Super Cup, and it's up against one of the most shocking teams I've ever expected. Who ever thought that Tottenham was going to win the Europa League? I don't think anyone believes that, but they did win the Europa League, and now they're going up against Arsenal in the Super Cup. So we have a London derby as our first ever match for a second European trophy for Arsenal. Okay, it's time for match day, and the bench the bench before was a lot bigger. I'm not sure why the bench became a lot smaller now. Maybe it's because of a new season. I don't know. They changed rules in the game now. I don't know why the bench is so small. But Brian Mbeumo's not even going to be in our substitutes for this match. Zinchenko is also not going to be there, as well as Kivior. We have our main backups, as in Mamouche, who can come in, Trossard, Ethan, Benacer, Moreno, and then our two defensive options is White and Zabadi. I'm not going to have a goalkeeping backup. I'm not going to have, because of how small the bench is. And the chance of our goalkeeper getting injured or him getting a red card is slim. And I'm kind of hoping that nothing happens. Calafiori. Do not let Kulusevski cut in on that left foot. No. Out Timber, please. Why is Son one-on-one with Raya? Go on, Martin Odegaard. Beautiful. Go on. Martinelli. Wonderful. Left foot. That's not your left foot. That's your right foot, but that's perfectly fine. I have no idea why Tottenham played such a stupid free kick, but we took advantage when we had the chance. That's our first strike on target, actually, because we haven't been able to break them down. Thank you, Timber. Saka again. Kai Havertz. Go on. You can beat Romero. Take it. Take the shot. Okay. Keep it going. Left foot. Why not? And that was close. That was very close for the second. And any passing options? Beautiful. Anyone planning to get in the box? Literally anyone. Anyone other than Martin Odegaard planning to get in the box. You know what? Declan Rice, right foot. Corner. I'll happily take the... And literally no one was in the box. Kai Havertz was waiting for a cutback that was never going to happen. Okay, I will happily concede the corner because Tottenham's not the best in the world when it comes to corners. Let's go. Out. No. Why did no one touch that? Literally, I flicked it on for them to attack. Guys, out. Okay. I do not want a repeat of that Newcastle match. Beautiful. Okay, halftime. That exact same thing happened with Newcastle where Gabriel and Raya both got confused. There we go. There's the run. Anyone for the shot? Left foot? That's not... Why would you use your right foot in that situation? It's laid off for your left foot and yet he still kicked it with his right foot. No. Gabriel. Okay, Gabriel. He missed the ball and he missed Son, but he managed to make Son jump over it. Go on, Kai Havertz. What a run. Near post. You hit the bar, Kai Havertz. Why can't he not score today? There we go. What a touch. Saka. There we go. Saka. What? Our attacking line can't do anything today for some reason because that was such a good assist. Game should be over. There we go. That's our second European trophy. This is our third final. Our second time we actually won it. And we couldn't let Tottenham win the match. We really could not. They managed to end their trophy drought. But we ended up bringing them back down to earth. And Martin Odegaard finally gets to lift up a European trophy. If you did not know, he did not lift up the Champions League final because I subbed him off and he was at the back, and now he finally gets to lift it up. And there we go. We are the winners of the Super Cup. We will end the episode off here. The next episode will be the start of the Premier League. So if you guys enjoyed the video and want to see more, please hit the like and subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.